primarily, one thing I wanted to talk about, we can go ahead and get started.
Yep.
Primarily, this is summer and fall time tactics. I'm not talking about fishing the spawn up on Lake Erie, targeting smallmouth. That's something where you go into protected areas and you can see them in the clear water. You can really catch a lot of them. And actually, Canada even has off limits during the spawn. They don't let you catch smallmouth that time of year. So something I don't really do a whole lot. But once summertime hits, I get up there and get after and have a lot of fun. And I just want to share some of the tactics. Now, some of you guys may not ever fish for smallmouth on Lake Erie, and I understand that. So there's some of these tactics, like my rod setups, drop shot fishing, things like that, you can use in lakes around here. Like I said earlier, I'm from Ohio. I know that it's tough. Usually whenever I'd fish the Tuesday or Thursday night tournament, I'd go catch 2 off of a bridge or off of a seawall or something somewhere using a drop shot, 1 on a shaky head, go catch 2 flipping. And that's how we usually put together a 5-fish limit at the end of the day. So drop shot is something that I definitely use a lot, just even fishing around, around here in the local lakes and stuff. So it's something that you guys can transfer over. We're primarily talking about There are times when extremely short leaders are the way to go, and there's times that a long leader is the way to go. Most of the time, I'm going to go 12 inches. I mean, I feel like 80% of the time, 70% of the time, I'm going to go with a 12-inch leader drop shot and all around, and I'm going to catch fish. I do one thing that's a little bit different than I feel like a lot of guys do, and I'll wacky rig a large 5-inch Senko, and I'll put that on an extremely long leader. And this is something you can do for largemouth that's extremely effective as well, because everyone knows, or everyone should know how effective a wacky worm 5-inch Senko is, right? But who's going to throw a wacky worm 5-inch Senko in 20 foot of water? I ain't got time. Nobody got time for that, right? I mean, that's just too time consuming to let that fish fall, let that bait fall all the way down. So I'm going to put a long leader and have a weight on there, and that's going to allow that bait. And most of the time, the smallmouth are going to be related to the bottom. A lot of times, okay, let's say they are. I'm going to pitch that wacky worm out there. That weight's going to drag it down the bottom, but once it gets down to about that last 30 inches, once that weight hits, the Senko can do its thing and do the shimmy. And it's wacky rig, so you can kind of shake it on a slack line and let that thing fall. And you're just watching your line. Make sure the line goes slack because you're wanting that bait to work itself, right? And that's something that's been key, even for largemouth fishing for me, places that's too deep, or I don't feel like I have the time to wait it out. I'll tie a long leader, tie that wacky worm on there, and you can reach deeper fish. Because I know, for me, my patience with the wacky worm isn't very long. I want to fish 3 feet or less with that thing, or I'm not going to fish it. Well, the drop shot has enabled me to do that, and it's really successful. Talk about weight sizes. Most of the time, kind of like flipping. I feel like a lot of times if I can get by with a lighter weight on a drop shot, I'm going to get more bites. It allows the bait to just look natural. You don't want to put a whole lot of motion into it. If you put a heavy 1/2 ounce weight on it, it's like you're moving a brick half the time. By the time it gets stuck in every little rock or gravel or just anything in general, you're constantly moving and the worm's just going crazy. I want something I can just drag real lightly and just kind of drag on the bottom. The only time I'll really go to a heavy weight is if it's extremely windy and I just can't keep it down, the waves are too big, or I'm dropping on them using my electronics, and I feel like, and even at that, I feel like I don't get the bites catching them off my electronics with a bigger weight. I mean, it seems like they want that real finesse, lighter weight if I can get away with it, but at times if I have to, if they're extremely deep, I'll use a 1/2 ounce to get it down there to them. Does everyone follow me on that? So lighter is better, absolutely, if you can get away with it.
I hope you enjoyed the preview clip, and for more like that and the entire collection, subscribe to the Bass University TV. And if you want the tackle that you see on there, I want you to go to the Bass University Tackle Shop, powered by Tackle Warehouse, and click right here, and it's all at your fingertips.
You want to become a better angler?
You want to catch more and bigger bass at your local pond?
Then check out Bass University TV for hardcore bass fishing information.
Hey, I'm Pete Gluzek.
And I'm Mike Iaconelli.
And this is Bass University TV.
Welcome to Bass University TV, an online video training course where you'll learn champion bass fishing techniques from pro anglers Pete Gluzek, Mike Iaconelli, and their talented special guests.
Everywhere I go in the country, I'm trying to use these techniques because I catch big fish that way.
From on the water to in the classroom.
We want to use that bait to help make that area even smaller and really find that sweet spot.
You'll learn sound techniques and strong fundamental bass fishing skills.
You want something that's got a nice limber action, that's going to allow you to build pressure and keep those hooks pinned against that fish's mouth.
Watch hours of video content on multiple topics at your own pace for a low monthly fee. Cancel at any time.
Hold on, because you're going to catch some big fish.
Information is power in the sport of fishing, so learn from the very best.
That's a key theory in all of fishing.
Subscribe to Bass University TV today.
Man, does it trigger a lot of strikes.
Here's the part that you're not going to hear anywhere else. This is the Bass University TV exclusive.